Have you ever wondered, did your life really start when you were born? What school you attend? What career you choose? Whether you struggle or soar? We like to think these things are up to us, but the truth is, your story may have been written decades before you took your first breath. Not by you, not even by your parents, but by your grandfather. 1. What is the grandfather effect? This isn't a myth. It's not some motivational quote. It's a real pattern backed by sociology, economics, and history. The grandfather effect is the idea that your grandfather's social status, wealth, values, and life choices can have a generational impact, shaping your path long before you get a chance to shape it yourself. You're not starting from zero. You're starting from wherever your grandfather left off. 2. The hidden power of inherited capital. French economist Thomas Piketty famously said, R greater than G. That means the return on capital is greater than economic growth. Translation? The rich get richer just by staying rich. Their assets grow faster than wages, and even more importantly, they can pass that wealth down. So if your grandfather left you real estate, stock portfolios, or a business, you're not just playing the game. You're starting several levels ahead. You can afford to fail. You can take risks. You have a safety net. Everyone else? They're just trying to survive. 3. It's not just money. It's mindset. Some kids go to elite kindergartens, learn piano at age 4, and have summer camps overseas. Others grow up in cramped apartments, helping with rent by middle school. You might think that's just about parenting, but here's the twist. Parenting styles often come from how the parents were parented. That means your grandfather's values shape how your parents raised you. Some families raise confident communicators, problem solvers, leaders. Others teach survival, obedience, and silence. One produces CEOs. The other, invisible workers. 4. Families that built dynasties. Take a look at the Rockefellers, or the Rothschilds, or the Morgans. These weren't just rich people, they were architects of multi-generational wealth systems. They built trust funds, created educational blueprints, trained their kids in business strategy. What started with one determined grandfather became an empire lasting over a century. And it's not just in the West. In China, the Zheng Guofan family used discipline, education, and long-term vision to produce generations of scholars, diplomats, and scientists. One wise ancestor. Generations of success. 5. Can you break the cycle? You might ask, what if I don't come from wealth? What if my grandfather left me nothing but debt or trauma? You're not alone. Most people aren't born into opportunity. Take Gary Locke, the first Chinese-American governor in the U.S. His grandfather came to America 100 years ago as a houseboy. It took the family a full century to move just 1 mile, from the house he cleaned to the governor's mansion. 1 mile, 100 years, 3 generations. That's how long it can take to break into a different social class. It's not impossible, but it's slow, brutal, and full of invisible barriers. 6. The dark side of inheritance. Not every legacy is a gift. Some people inherit generational trauma, poverty mindsets, addiction, or cultural distrust. In parts of America's Rust Belt, generations were raised on values like, don't trust the system. Education is a scam. Real men don't talk about emotions. That mindset alone keeps families stuck, regardless of how smart or hardworking the kids may be. It's the shadow side of the grandfather effect. Sometimes it's not just a head start you didn't get. It's a burden you didn't ask for. 7. Final thought. What generation are you? Here's the truth. You didn't start from zero. No one does. You either inherited a ladder or a weight. But every generation has a choice. To be the continuation of the past or the foundation for the future. The grandfather effect isn't your destiny. It's your map. Read the map, then choose your own direction. If this resonated with you, hit that like, subscribe, and drop a comment below. What did your grandparents pass down to you, good or bad? And what will you leave behind? See you next time.